So in the VMS, so we have so many models in database. So data models, one of the important model is entity relationship model. It describes the structure of a database. So here how it is going to describe pictorial description, diagrammatic representation. So that's why it is called blueprint of database. So it is known as entity relationship model. So what is an entity relationship diagram? It is the complete logical structure of database is known as entity relationship diagram. So this maintains the relationship between two entities or the relationship between set of entities. Okay, here we are using some pictorial symbols, graphical symbols to represent the entities and attributes and their relationships. So here we will discuss one by one now. So remember what is ER diagram, and a simple ER diagram here you can see. So whatever the entities represented in a rectangle, so whatever the names represented using rectangle, this we known as an entity. So here you can see college represented using rectangle and student represented using rectangle. These two are called entities. Okay, now what are these? Some are described using the symbol vowels. These are the properties of students. Normally in DBMS we know it as a attributes. Okay, student describes student ID and student name, student address. These are the descriptions about the student, or we can say properties of the student. So here college is an entity. We have two attributes here. So college ID and college name. And the relationship here we are representing with diamond. So this, or we can say rhombus. The relationship between student and college we are representing with diamond. Students studying in college. So here you can see from my sentence, and you can express what type of relationship it is. Students studying in college. Students means many students studying in one college. Okay, so here one college is one. It finally this diagram giving many to one relationship. So that means one student can join only one college, not in many colleges. Okay, regular only students can join in only one college. Student get admission only in one engineering college, not in other engineering colleges at the same time. Because so here, so one college means many students in the college, but college is only one item, one entity here. So students are many. So here we can say student and studying in college, that is many to one relationship. Okay, however a student cannot study in many colleges at the same time. That point you have to remember. So here all the geometric shapes and their meaning we explain down here. See rectangle. So what are the symbols we are using in entity relation diagram? Rectangle so represents entity sets. Ellipses represents the properties or attributes of a entity. Diamonds are used to represent the relationship between two entities or two entity sets. Lines are used to link the relationship behind entity or entity set and a relation. So this you have to remember what is the use of lines. Double ellipses. So multi-valued attributes. If there are many values for a given attribute, so then it is called double ellipse. Okay, that symbol used to represent for double ellipse. Dashed ellipses are used for derived attributes. I will give the definition now one by one. So double rectangles is weak entity. That means one entity is depending on other entity, that is called weak entity. And double lines, the total participation with a in a relationship set. So that is called double lines. So where we are using these double lines, if there is a total participation of an entity with relation, so then we can use double lines. Double rectangles stands for weak entity, dashed ellipses stands for derived attributes, and double ellipses stands for multi-valued attributes. Okay, these are very important and you have to remember. So these are the main components of ER model. So entity, attribute, relationships. So entity, you have to know what is the meaning of entity is an object. Okay, so that object is a definable thing, and entity is like a person, thing, and we can say it is an entity of an example for entity. And here we want to discuss about weak entity. Weak entity always represents in double rectangle. So now we want to discuss about types of attributes: key attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, and derived attribute. And relationship, so types of relationships are kinds of relationships. So one to one, one to many to one, and many to many relationships. Now we can see one by one here. What is entity? Entity is an object or it is a component of data. Okay, an entity is represented by a rectangle in ER diagram. So here you can see from the diagram, here student and college are entities because we are representing in rectangle symbol. Okay, and relationship we are representing with diamond symbol. So this small example for student study in college. Students study in college. So here study is the relation. So it finds the many to one relation. That cardinality is many to one relation. So now what is a weak entity means? One entity is depending on other entity. Suppose I want to open a bank account. So definitely I have to depend on bank. So that example here I given. So bank account is depending on bank. So this bank account is weak entity, and bank is strong entity because it is not depending on any other entity. So weak entity we are representing in double rectangles. Okay, so that remember, don't think about double rectangle means it is a strong attribute. Okay, that means it is a weak attribute. Okay, now attribute is the describes the property of the an entity or characteristics of an entity. So here we are using four types of attributes: key attribute, composite attribute, and next multi-valued attribute and derived attribute. Okay, so here key attribute. So normally we know the keys mechanism in database management system. So we are using varieties of keys, but among them the primary key is very plays an important role. So whenever they are asking about keys, first initially you have to write about the primary key. Okay, so now here key attribute, what is the use of this key attribute means it identifies all the data related to that entity based on this key mechanism. So how you can identify it is a key attribute? So any attribute with underlined, the text with underlined, so that is called a key attribute. So this will not allow you the duplicate data. So example, if I am trying to enter all the student roll numbers and the remaining details, name, age and address, so but I am trying to enter the same number for another student. So here we define this as a key attribute. So it will not allow you to enter the same number. So when we can say duplication of data avoided by using this key attribute. So this is the main advantage of key attribute. So composite attribute. Okay, what is meant by composite means combining 2-3 attributes to form a new attribute, that is called composite attribute. Example, if you take student entity, we have a lot of properties, and one of the property is address of the student. So address again contains 3 or more entities. So example, initially we have to write house number, street name, next village name, okay, next mandal, district, next state, next pin code, and all these we have to enter. So here we can choose each and every one as a one attribute of this entity. Sorry, this attribute describes it is composed of many attributes. So this combinedly this attribute create a address attribute. Okay, so this is called composite attribute. So next one is very important, multi-valued attribute. See here from the picture. So which is the double oval here? Student phone. Nowadays every student maximum students having 2 phone numbers, because nowadays all the mobile organizations, they are giving 2 SIM slots. So nowadays everybody busy with mobile phones. So they are using 2 phone numbers. One is for social connections, one is for personal connections. So like that, I'm giving an example. Okay, so 2 phone numbers, but I can represent. How can I represent with this two values of a student phone number? So just by using two vowels. Okay, double vowels. If there is a double vowel, means multi-valued, many values for this attribute. Okay, see, and everything is normal attribute: student name, date of birth, and student ID. But this is dashed vowel. So why this is dashed vowel? Why they given this dashed vowel means this age attribute we are deriving with the existing attribute date of birth. Okay, so because date of birth is not a birth of date is constant, but age will change year by year. At that moment the age will change. Okay, so that's why we are calling this attribute is a derived attribute, because we are deriving the age of a person based on his or her date of birth. Okay, so that's why this is called derived attribute. Okay, now students, we are going to the last component of ER diagram, a relationship. So relationship is represented by diamond shape in graphically in ER diagram. It shows the relationship among the entities. So there are 4 types of relationships. So one to one, one to many. Okay, one to one, one to many, many to one. So many to many, all these are types of relationships. And one to one relationship example, every person in a society, or normally you have only one passport. Okay, every person has one passport, so government issues only for each and every person. So one passport, that finds relationship is one to one. So single instance to single instance, that is single entity to single entity. So we can say here single instance of an entity is associated with single instance of another entity. So it is called one to one relationship. So one to many means single instance of an entity is associated with more than one instances of another entity. That is called one to one, one to many relationship. Example, customer is a single instance of an entity, orders is many instances of an entity. So that means customer can place many orders. Customer can place many orders. So here customer is a one instance of this entity, and many orders is many instances of this entity. So here it points one to many relationship, and many to one I already explained in the beginning of this class. So that is students studying in college. Okay, so students are more than one instances, and here college is only one instance of this entity. So here it finds the relationships many to one relationship. And many to many is also example. You can take students, final year students, we are assigning projects to students. So students assigned projects, okay, by many projects. So here we are dividing the students into number of branches. So here many instances of this entity and many instances of this entity are related. This relation we are representing by diamond shape. Okay, here it gives many to many a relationship. When more than one instances of an entity is associated with more than one instances of another entity, then it is called many to many a relationship. Okay, so example, students assigned projects. So I hope you understand the total participation of an entity set. So total participation of an entity set represents each entity in entity set must have at least one relationship in a relationship set. So we are representing all relationships in a relationship set that in earlier classes I explained. So the relationship set also we're using the relations R1, R2 up to so on, Rn. So just you refer the earlier classes. So here the total participation graphically we are using to represent double lines. So here you see college, studying in college. So every student associated with college. So there must be a total participation here with college, this relationship. Okay. So this ER diagram represents the total participation of college entity set studying in a relationship set. This indicates that each college must have at least one associated student. So